I guess who's sick and tired right now? So great when the day before you're heading down to a fun weekend at Redacted, you get a little under the weather. Not enough to get you out of it, but by the time you get there, it's gonna happen. Anyway, hello. So, after watching certain events that happened on the 9th of the 26th of February, I just had to, do something to make me, a little more happy and slightly less tired. And yeah, I remember the women's flag football. I think I remember saying that, it'd take them a while to find a head coach. Take until, the June that they said that they would get, and then they proceeded. It has to be a really good hires because we're like the first Power Five, so we got first dibs. Well, we certainly got first dibs. So the NAIA has actually had women's flag football for some time. I mean, it's not necessarily like it's a big sport of theirs, but they have it at the level, not just club level, but varsity level. So we have decided to hire away Liz Sowers. It's pronounced Sowers according to this, to the head coaching position, and then also Katie Sowers as the associate head coach. Now, they're twins, which is interesting power dynamics there, but you know, at first when I saw this graphic, I'm like, oh no, did the team fuck up? Nope, nope. We hired twins. Hired twins. Apparently, the associate head coach is the defensive coordinator, and they will be officially starting their positions June 1st, 2026, presumably after the season ends, because I think the season starts right about now. So, yeah, first competitive season in 28. Yeah, and yeah, coming from the NAIA powerhouse of Ottawa, Kansas, we actually play them in beach volleyball tomorrow morning. Definitely, I don't think I'll be watching that, but five consecutive championships, NAIA, and then five Kansas Athletic Conference championships. Coach of the year, 88, three times, 88 and 8 overall record. A good recruitment, and yeah, it's some actually, part of the coaching staff of Continental Gold, and also a couple of youth teams. A lot of experience playing, including for Kansas City Tribe. I really wish I knew more about these teams, but I think Ottawa and see college basketball. Ooh, in Oakland. All right. Yeah, Katie, you know, associate head coach, defensive coordinator. We're basically just bringing the NAIA champs up here. Coaching staff of three different NFL teams. So she has, good old NFL experience. Graduated from Goshen College. I forget if they still exist. Yeah, this is, it's pretty easy to get the job. You just have to, win a lot, and yeah, we got the coaching situation sorted, a couple months early. So dash cool. I always love to see that. Excited for when they start playing preseason game, not preseason, like first season games in 2027. Just gonna get a feel of what the team is gonna be like. Obviously, we probably will get destroyed in that 2027 season because we'll be playing against actual teams from the NAIA level. At least I hope that they play preseason stuff leading up to the spring game, which they did revitalize. I'm not sure if I'll stream that because I don't know if I have a reliable way of watching it. If I do figure it out, I'll let you know. But obviously, if I'm still feeling like this, I'm not going to do that. But I think it's cool. We hired twins. That'll be something. But if they work together nicely, that's a plus. You pretty much. I just know as soon as we actually start producing results. Yeah, Katie will probably be gone somewhere else, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see in about 10, 20 years. Not 10, 20 years. A lot of people think that this sport will probably not survive much past 2028 because it's really only promotion for the the Olympics, which I agree to some extent that yeah, it's probably not going to be as popular outside of 2028, but it's still it's still probably going to be popular here if the regular football team decides to go back to being a dumpster fire. But hey, we'll see. Maybe they'll actually start winning games by 2028. Yeah. Um. It's just nice. I thought maybe they might go with someone from, of course, the NAIA level, but I didn't think they actually had the poll to get to this. I thought a couple of teams already announced theirs, but I looked and there wasn't too many. Still the only Power One to actually formulate a team so far. Considering the track record of recruiting, I'm pretty sure this will be a pretty good hire. We'll probably get a good amount of all the Ottawa talent coming here. At first I was like, Ottawa Rough Riders? No, I forgot about the Kansas one. Yeah, yeah. So it'll be exciting come next year when we again face teams. I do think it is Kansas City Glory. Like those just great names on the. Oh, actually played on the teams. Oh shit, they do have tackle football. I do think at some point they would introduce this as a sport, but I feel like they wouldn't do that until after they introduce women's baseball, like they have over in Japan. It's actually pretty popular in Japan. Maybe not pretty popular, but it's up there. It's baseball. It's one of the best sports there. So that's all that. Yeah, it's nice. Got a head coach and associate head coach duo. Um, yeah, it'll be nice. See how it goes. Obviously, building from ground up. This is a new program. It's the first new program in quite some time that isn't just beach volleyball. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. And I'm going to go back to not talking so that I don't destroy my throat more. And I will see you guys. Definitely after the women's basketball team finishes their season. Not the regular season. I'll do a different one for Big Ten tournament. All right. See ya.